Welcome to Dependisplating. I'm Jen.
I'm Veronica.
Hey, I'm Lindsay.
And this is our podcast.
Thanks for listening.
Welcome.
Bye. Have a good day.
We're here to explain stuff to you about the military life.
Military related, but please note that we are Air Force wives, so we don't know a whole lot about other branches. So we'll try to do our best to include everybody. So there's not a sad kid on the playground. And nobody that didn't get played with, so it's okay.
No child gets left behind.
No child
left behind. You're all included. We just refer more to Air Force because that's what we know.
That's what we know.
That's our experience.
Yes, exactly. And if you don't like what we're saying, now is the time to turn it off. Ready? Go. Turn it off. Goodbye.
Bye.
Good day.
If not, join us because we're going to get into some shenanigans.
Let's get into some shenanigans.
What are we talking about today, Lindsay?
You know what? We're going to talk about, so first off, in the military life, there are a lot of transitional phases. There are a lot of things that you go through mentally, physically, connections and disconnections and rooting and uprooting and all that. You know, we're frequently moving. We're saying goodbye. Some people are going through new marriages and new babies and crossing the globe, and they have nobody to turn through to. So they feel, you can have these patches of loneliness, depression, feeling the loss of not having your friends and your family. And it can be hard to make home. And a lot of people don't know when they need help how to reach out for help. So I think it'd be a great topic to discuss. How do you get help? And it's okay to ask for help, right?
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
And not just for the dependents, but also for the active duty member and things that go along with it as far as mental health as well.
Yes. Yeah. Mental health is a huge on the rise for awareness. And it really is okay to seek help.
That's right.
You really can get through this, and there really are resources and very helpful things to get you through it, whether it's confidential, whether it's not, there are options for everybody, for the military, for the dependents, for the children, and let's chat about that.
And veterans.
The veterans, thank you for that.
Yeah.
So,
and veterans,
all of them. So get your helps, people, because it's okay.
It's okay to seek help. That's right. There is a big stigma with seeking help for mental health for the active duty member. So I wanted to go over that a little bit and discuss some issues. So with the active duty member, they're expected to stay physically fit, right? With that, you also need your mental health to be fit as well, because that does affect how you perform your daily duties. So just like you have to keep up with physical health, mental health is just as important. That goes with like depression, PTSD, TBI or traumatic brain injuries, and substance abuse. There is a bit of a stigma when seeking mental health for active duty because you hear the rumors, I lost PCS orders because I was, seeking a counselor or whatever, or seeing a counselor. With that, really, when you go to seek mental health help, you go in and your information is not to be provided anywhere else. So it goes along with like confidentiality. Unless you're showing signs of like hurting yourself or hurting others, then that's when the command is forced to step in and decide whether you're fit for duty at the time. If you're concerned about a possible mental health condition or you enter the armed forces with mental health conditions, know that it is not required to disclose such information to your chain of command, which I thought was kind of weird that you're not supposed to, but I feel like you should. Should you choose to seek advice, the decision of disclosure does fall on the medical officer, that you consult. They have the training of military policies regarding confidentiality to protect your information. So like your protected health information. Sorry, I'm like jumbling through my words. I'm sorry.
No, you're totally all right. I like that you are touching on the aspect of the career because I've heard it with many people that I know, and they'll say, I really should go have this looked at, but I don't want to lose my flying status, or I don't want it to ruin my career. I can't follow my career path with this condition, so I'm hiding it. And they're never getting the right option. And that's why I think the talk about it is super helpful, because there's got to be a way, or a loophole, I guess you could phrase it. I hate to use that term so fluidly with this condition, but there's got to be a way for them to seek counsel, because you can't live like that, in that, like, your quality of life really is lower when you're dealing with these addictions, with these mental stressors, with these problems, and it's important to take care of it. Like if you broke your leg, you're going to go to the doctor and get it casted and get your x-rays and take care of it. And if we take that care of ourselves when we have these like lacerations and these flus and these colds, like our brain and our mentality should have the same care.
That's right.
Without the consequences or
the repercussions.
Worry.
Exactly. The worry of the repercussions.
Of your stressful job.
Yeah. So untreated mental illness can cause issues with your career and affect those around you. Symptoms can become severe where your commanding officer will limit your duties or even recommend separation. So that's always good to look into. Like you said, like if you have a broken leg, you go get it fixed. You're out of what you normally do for a little bit. But then you can get back into it because you went and sought medical help. So that is the same thing for active duty members. You go in and you will be limited on your work, but it's for your own good. It's for the good of the shop you're in and your family as well. It's not something to be, taken just lightly. You need to help yourself first before.
That's a really good analogy. So it's like they go on profile when they're broken or sick, and they're on quarters for however long or limited duty. So you're saying the same concept applies to the mental health. If there is something that hinders their work performance and they are like slightly demoted or their activities are restricted, then they still go on this profile status.
Yeah, because talking to a doctor about your concerns or like wondering if you need a diagnosis as well as seeking treatment does not affect your career. Even if your doctor needs to disclose your condition, your career is not at risk, but you're getting yourself help. So you're no longer at risk of losing security clearance by consulting a doctor, which is one of the biggest things. It's like you go and you seek help, you talk to a counselor, and you're like, oh gosh, I'm going to lose my security clearance for some of the members that need it, right? Which helps you once you transition into the civilian world. You don't lose it.
Okay.
So, yeah. So the stigma with active duty members seeking mental health, we covered that. You're worried about reprisal from your command, or you're being seen as weak. It's just a negative impact. You're getting help. So that's what matters. So there was a study done from 2013 to 2016, and it was all across the U.S. and Afghanistan and Korea and Germany. 93% of those members claimed poor quality with DoD mental health, and that is because some of the people, I won't say everybody, that provide this service as counselors are officers, and it's double duty for them, so they have to do what they're required in the military, and then on top of that, they become counselors, and really, they say they only have like a few courses on it, and they're not providing the right services to them, and it's a lot of just medicating or kind of
put a Band-Aid on it and walk away.
Exactly. So they do seek help elsewhere, which is also a great way to get help, is like look for help elsewhere in the civilian world with a counselor who's probably more trained, more qualified in providing you with.
Takes more care with you. Yeah,
exactly. So that's another way to seek help. Some of the members do it just to keep it on the down low so they don't get in trouble with their command. Whatever helps. Whatever is helping you mentally, go for it.
Yeah, even if it's just a weekly chat with the doc, you can meet your friends for coffee easily.
Most definitely.
Why can't you meet your counselor for your brain?
It's really sad because there is a mistrust in the command.
Yes.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
There is a mistrust in the command. But if you do it the right way, if you go up your chain of command and you're doing everything the way it's supposed to go, going to, your health facility and asking for help. There's lots of hotlines that you can call. There's a lot of information on Military OneSource on the issue, which is a good place to start.
Yes, I love that you touch on Military OneSource. I was actually going to say that if you head over to their website, they list 7 counseling options for service members. We know that the military members, all the stressors, all the separations, all the things going on. So they have tons of options. Number 1, listing the installations chaplain. So you can go to your chaplain services. You can go head right down to the chapel, give them a phone call, Google search them, whatever, and you can set up counseling with your installations chaplain. There's also combat stress and control teams. These are usually available as field resource support for service members during deployments. And so they have mental health professionals in the unit that offer help for the service members while they're out and about in the field or on a deployment. The third option, non-medical counseling resources. 2 of these are the services Military OneSource and then the Military and Family Life Counseling Program. A lot of times you can go to your Airman Family and Readiness Center to set these up. They offer face-to-face consults, telephone, online, and video. So there are plenty of options to seek there. The fourth one, the Family Advocacy Program. It supports service members and their families. They can refer, provide counseling for families, domestic violence issues, child abuse, at-risk individuals, medical and mental health. There's all kinds of treatment options there. Your 5th one on the list, TRICARE, or your nearest military treatment facility. You can find this information on your TRICARE page, or I'm sure your base local homepage. They do offer United States Department of Veterans Affairs counseling at vet centers. They have highly trained staff specializing in suicide prevention, offer free readjustment counseling to combat veterans and their families, including those still on active duty, and they can really help with your counseling services and mental health issues. The last one it lists are outside military support channels. Just like Veronica was saying, you can choose a civilian provider for your assistance. Just knowing that maybe some of these costs you'll incur yourself out of pocket.
That's right.
As you begin the treatment program, but they do offer all of your mental health services, and sometimes you can get the co-pays and whatnot into your insurance or coverage. Just knowing that you have that option. It does not have to be military affiliated. And then once again, that is from the Military OneSource webpage. If you want to call them and inquire about it, they do list an 800 number at 800-342-9647, or you can go online and if you want further detail. And we'll talk a little more about some of those in a bit, but I just wanted to kind of laundry list real fast.
I'm going to piggyback on you and say one of the wonderful programs that I did find that I wanted to highlight was the usacares.org. And it's essentially what they are, it's a nonprofit organization that provides assistance to post 9/11 active duty vets and their families. It was launched through a grassroots partnership between Wave 3 TV in Louisville, Kentucky, and Mid-South Division of Kroger Foods. Kroger Foods, right?
Kroger.
And the U.S. Army Fort Knox chapter. So they eventually became USA Cares. And what they do is they provide for these people searching for mental health, and while they're in treatment, they will pay like your bills to be able, because you're seeking until you can't work.
Yeah, it's
so
hard.
they will pay for your bills, and it's all nonprofit. So it was really good. I thought that was a really neat thing. So usacares.org. If you need to look into that. And they're supported by selling We Support Our Troops yard signs.
Oh, okay.
So that's how they get their money. Yeah.
So buy
That's
your
awesome.
We Support Our Troops yard signs.
It's for a good cause.
And you can help somebody helping their mental health.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I love that.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. And also National Suicide Prevention Hotline. If you feel suicidal, know someone who is suicidal, please get help. That's very important. 1-800-273-TALK or 1-800-273-8255. And they are free. confidential, and 24/7.
Love that. That's a really good one. Sometimes it could be the difference between life or death. Just giving somebody that number, just calling, referring them there.
Yeah, sometimes people just need to know somebody else is listening to them.
Yes.
Because you will be missed on this earth.
You will.
Most definitely.
We need you. Hang in
Life
there.
will not be better without you.
No,
it'll be
definitely
worse.
Definitely
Chain
not.
reaction. What do you got for us, Jen?
So, going along with that mental health and tapping into the dependent side of it, you know, as dependents, we have a lot that we do too. We may work, we may not work, we may home with the kids, we may not have kids. Maybe you're, you know, just living day by day.
Yeah.
But there are always stresses that come with it too. And I know our activity member is working, they're doing their jobs, it's stressful on them. We do not want to cause more stress on them too.
Mm-hmm.
But that doesn't mean you can't help yourself too. Some really good resources I found for dependents' mental health was also that Military One Source has a ton of information. Again, that you can call them up right away, talk to somebody.
That is a really good platform to search for help. Anything military related, I feel like that's such a good...
The One Source?
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
have everything.
Yeah.
Anything that you can think of. Also, another really good resource I found online was militaryspouseadvocacynetwork.org. They've got resources galore. Anything from mental health. They have resources if you're in the special needs resources. So they, what is that?
EFMP?
EFMP, if you're associated with that at all. I mean, they have a ton of stuff. They have a category on fitness, how to stay committed to fitness and come together and make you feel good, make you, you know, health. And they have, I mean, they got everything on there. It was a really good source. With that, we're here. We're doing a lot, holding down the forts. You know,
A lot.
yeah. Active
we
duty
give
member.
up a lot.
We do.
It's
Active
a
duty member.
circus.
It is a circus.
Juggle masters
And
and
there's no ringleader.
flamethrowers and hoops of fire.
You're supposed to be the ringleader now.
We're
right?
supposed to.
Tightrope.
Yeah. So our spouses get deployed. Some for long periods of time, some for a little bit shorter. But it doesn't matter. You still have that separation. It gets stressful. If you've got kids, it gets even more stressful because you've got to be two parents in one and not giving yourself any time because you're home with them all the time.
Yeah.
And sometimes they change shifts. Like, they don't even have to deploy to not even be here. You could have somebody on swings or mids and they're sleeping in the day and you're up in the day and it's your spouse is there, actively there, and you're just struggling in the weeds.
Yeah.
But they have to sleep and they have to be on their schedule. And you can see them. And it's like there's a glass wall.
They're there.
They're there, but they're not there.
They're not. Yes.
You can get through this.
You can. It's so stressful, and it can get stressful, and it can be hard, especially when you are far away from family, or if you've just moved somewhere, or you're brand new to the military life. Everything is so different. So do not be afraid to ask for help. Ask for help.
Yes. Try to make it better for yourself. Don't just, woe is me is not going to get you anywhere.
It's not.
Really, really try any way you can.
Yeah.
Help me, Obiko.
If you have to go out on the street and tap the next stranger on the shoulder and be like, excuse me, let's be friends.
Mm-hmm.
Because I did that to Jen.
Yeah.
You know, that's a really good point. I would like go to, if your thing is, I have no friends, I'm just lonely. And I've seen moms reach out that just be like, I'm new and I'm not a mom and I want friends. Or I'm a mom and I want friends. Or who wants to have a play date? And Facebook and social networking and the gym is a great place to meet friends.
It really is.
Go to your local fitness class with your exuberant instructor with the big dimples and the smile and the desire for pain.
The desire
That'd
for pain.
That'd
with her Victoria's Secret hair slapping all over the place, and the next thing you know, you can't resist going, and then you become friends with her, and then her energy is it just starts growing all over the place. It's contagious.
So
like
find
the
yourself
plague
a good fitness class to
friendship.
go to.
Those are great. You meet people. That's another thing. Your mental health is just as important. If you need help, go make a friend. Call on people. If you have friends, set up like a weekly date that you always see each other.
Check
or
in.
more than once. Like, it, you need it.
It's super important to carve out some time during the day or the week just to decompress.
Yeah.
Like,
or maybe you feel okay. Maybe you're like, oh, I'm good. I'm on top of it. I got it. But you have that one friend that's kind of sinking into the slums.
They need it.
And you don't know, like, you reach out to those friends that kind of start to go MIA after a while. Just check in. Hey, are you okay? Hey, do you want to go to coffee? Oh, no, you're just busy.
Yeah.
Okay, but check out your friends around you, your neighbors, you whatever. Sometimes it just takes a, hey, how you doing? You need anything? Maybe you're not stable and the other person is, and vice versa. But let's all just kind of support each other, get each other's backs, use the word help.
Always help. Help everyone.
Just be fucking nice.
Yes.
Stop it. Be nice.
Yeah.
God damn it.
David. Let people be your friends. Even if you have a group of friends that are great, doesn't matter. Let people join your group.
And
people
maybe
be friends.
Yeah, and maybe if you're that one really negative person, find another negative person because you guys no, seriously, sit around and bitch about what you
sit
hate.
in your toxic pool together.
Yes.
You mope in your
together.
miseries.
Yeah. Because that'll make you happy.
Creating your own suffering like crafters on Pinterest.
We're really positive over here.
We are, though. Because it is really hard. Man, it's so hard to get those people to be out of their funk of, like, negativity. Like, I hate this place. Mm-hmm. I hate it. I can't do anything. I don't. And it's like, well, I'm trying to help you.
Yeah.
But you gotta allow the help as well. Don't just get down on yourself all the time, too.
Yeah.
Allow people to help you. Mm-hmm. That's important.
It's very important.
People need it.
Yes. Don't be the resistance.
Because also, and I think I've mentioned this before, it's like, you hate it here, you're complaining, and then here comes your active duty member, spouse, partner, and you're just making it so much harder for them, and they're hating life with you, and it's like they don't know what to do because there's really no option.
They're going to absorb your energy, so make it a positive light.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're here. It's what you have to deal with.
Yeah.
Make the best of what you can. Don't put more stress on them. They're stressed out with work as it is. Who knows what is going on in work because they can't share everything. Mm-hmm. They're probably stressed out on their mind. And then you being complaining and negative, it's not going to help.
No.
That's where the resources help you, so you don't have to do these things.
Yeah, so again, if you are having a hard time, like we said before, seek the counseling. Military OneSource, greatest thing. You can call somebody and be on the phone with them right away. They'll do counseling for you right there. Yeah, the Military Family Life Consultants, get in touch. They're lovely people. I talked to one just randomly at the community center one day. She was just walking around. I knew her from the briefing, the newcomers briefing. I had seen her there. And then she just sat and chatted with me for a bit, saying, how are you doing? How are you transitioning? Nice. How is it? And it's just when you're new to a place and it feels good to talk to somebody, they genuinely want to help you and make you feel better.
It's their job. They like doing it.
And then if you do need more help with that, or you enjoy having time to talk to somebody, seek off-base counseling too. I mean, you can get it. Sometimes TRICARE will cover it. Depends on, what your referral needs. And another thing I want to say is self-care. Don't overindulge and go crazy with self-care saying, like, I need all this stuff every single day or I have to go get a massage every week. But a massage, like, even once a month.
Stress reducing.
Go get a pedicure.
Yeah.
Once a month.
Yeah. Or
20 minutes of cardio a day to keep that healthy heart and mind endorphins created by exercise.
Make yourself feel good. Go do something for yourself that will relieve stress. We were talking before. Read a book if you have some free time.
Oh, I love it.
Take you places.
Yeah, find a new hobby, do something. I picked up cross stitching. That's really fun. And stress reliever.
That's sexy.
Yeah.
Cross stitching.
Go to your local library and just blindfold yourself and go to the how-to section and just pick a book and then how-to something.
Oh, that's awesome.
Or pick up an instrument. I am redoing piano. How to change a spark plug.
How to change your oil.
Yeah.
Never pay for overpriced oil again.
I can do those things.
I don't know how to do that.
I don't either.
Become a baker.
Become a baker.
There you go.
You know what?
Fun fact about Veronica, she makes the most intricate cookies with the royal icing.
And you know how I got started with that? Well, first of all, it was like I went to look at cookies and they were like super pricey, and I was like, I can do this. That was one of the things when we moved to Montana and I had my son. He was a baby, so I really wasn't getting out that much because I was at home with my infant son, and I was having a really hard time finding friends. And that was one of the things I did is I took up baking because I was a horrible
Friends
baker.
love cookies too.
Yeah.
What a great way to lure in your victims.
Yeah. Yes, I bribe my friends with food.
You do.
I happily accept.
Yeah.
I will take it.
That's fun. So that was your thing, and you just found a passion for baking when you were a
and
new mom.
I learned how to do it better because seriously, I was the worst. I was like brownies out of a box. I don't have vegetable oil, so I'm gonna use olive oil, and half of it I don't know. I didn't know what I was doing, seriously. And I started getting really good at it, and even my husband noticed, and he went and got me a KitchenAid mixer. Yeah, and that was like, I use my mouth, Kyle. I use my mouth
to eat all these cookies.
And we've been married happily ever after since.
Oh,
so sweet.
It's a Cinderella story.
So get yourself a hobby.
Yeah.
Or find a friend and do hobbies together.
Yeah.
Go biking.
Like podcasting.
Something
go
healthy.
running like Lindsay wants to do.
We're like, no.
Okay, let me just
She's
stress
like, hey,
for
let's
the
go running.
record.
We're like, no.
I hate running and I do not like running, but my body responds very well to running. So I'm doing it for my body, not for me. And the whole time my brain is my resistance. It takes me about 2 miles to snap out of it and be like, oh, it's okay. I got this.
Kyle tried to get me to go running yesterday. He's like, let's go for a run. And I was like,
hard pass, she tells
What's
me.
chasing us?
yeah.
Nothing.
Are we running after our
Zombies.
food? 'Cause I'm
Where's
hungry.
the tacos?
That's what my thing is all about. I am trying to fitness burger in my mouth.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And because I like burgers, I have to run.
Well, that's why we turbo kick.
Turbo kick.
And a turbo,
Look
and
it
a
up.
pio, and a yoga, and I do
Yeah.
the things with my friends.
But that's good. You don't like it, but you try to get out of your mind and force yourself to do it.
it's
and you feel
really
great.
responsive.
I'm sure you feel wonderful after you do it,
Yeah.
right?
Runner's
and
high.
for like
Oh, yeah.
endurance and stuff too. Like when I was playing roller derby, I saw heaps of benefits when I was training and running versus just attending my weekly practices and doing like weight training on the
Sure.
side. Just endurance, your
Yeah.
mind, your brain. It's also kind of therapeutic, like vacuuming and going through the lines, and
Love
you just
it.
have that
Vacuuming.
hum of the white noise
Yeah.
and the vacuum
Yes.
running, and you're like just thinking all over the house.
I do that in my shower.
It is like that with running.
You
and
vacuum in your shower?
No.
What?
I think in the shower.
Oh, I was like, you
Oh,
vacuum
yeah.
in
That's
the
when everything comes to you, and you're like, oh, did we get that microwave plate from the garage that we found and we lost in storage 6 months ago?
Yeah. But with that, so self-care, help yourself. I'm not hating on or shaming anyone who takes any medication to help yourself too, because sometimes
Yeah.
your brain is
Right.
chemically
You
imbalanced and
cannot
you
control
can't
that.
function without it, and that is totally understandable if that is the case. But
And
don't go
like a last
or very
resource.
don't let it be your first
Yeah.
option. Try to help yourself in other ways first before you go straight to
Mhm.
the medication. Sometimes doctors are just willing to be like,
Put a
okay,
Band-Aid
yeah, you
over
have
it.
this, here's a pill, take it. And it's like, you need more support than that too.
Yes.
Sometimes you need it, but you need the support
Well,
to
on
really help.
top
with that.
of the medication, so yeah, like our brain chemistry and our hormones function and create these behaviors and these moods, and some of that is out of our control. So we use the medication to stabilize it, but oftentimes with the medication, you need these
Exactly.
other supplemental
yeah,
things like the friendships and the
Exactly.
fitness and the proper nutrition and the hydration and the counseling, and use them as your care package. So if you know you need your medication for your balance, like also use your resources to back it up.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
Yes.
you just create one strong mold of you.
Your brain will be
Yeah.
super happy.
That was one of the issues that I faced, like I said, when we moved to Montana, and I was having a really hard time finding friends. I had my infant son. I felt really depressed. Kyle was on shift a lot, but I wasn't finding happiness in my day-to-day life. And I did seek help I want to talk to a doctor. I said, I feel perfectly safe at home. It's just I'm not happy all the time. I need something. And that was her first go-to, was to try to prescribe me antidepressants. And in my mind, I thought, I don't want to. Like, I know this is just a funk that I'm in. And because I felt fine before that. And part of it was probably baby blues. My son was little.
Sure. Yeah.
So I went, and I went and I talked to a counselor, and she was great. And she would just listen, and that's all I wanted. That's all I wanted, was just somebody to listen to me, to understand how I felt, and she would, give me advice, and she told me to drink like a special tea as well. She's like, I can't remember what it was called, but she recommended that, and she was really.
Now, how did you find your counselor? Did the doctor refer you or talk about resources, or did you go and search something out?
No, they referred me. Yeah, they definitely. It took like 2 visits for them to, because like I said, the first time it was like,
try these meds, come back in 6 weeks.
And I said, I don't want to. That was my first answer. I don't want to try meds. I need something else. Like, I can't take this sadness anymore. So then they're like, okay, we're going to refer you to a counselor. And it was on base. It was at the med clinic, and
great.
They were able to help me, and I felt really good after I talked to her. And I spoke to her, I think it was like 2 months of talking to her once a week, and it helped a lot. And I felt really good. And then I took up baking, and then I just started doing other stuff, crafting with my son, because he was getting a little bit older, and then I started finding friends, and that's my husband kind of snapped me out of it too. So I had really good support from him, and he was like, you need to make friends. Like, I can't make friends for you. And I think that's what I was counting on. It's like, well, the fire department's pretty big. He's going to come home and be like, oh, we have these friends. Let's hang out with them. He's like, you need to go out and make friends. So I got really aggressive with my neighbor. Yeah. And she was wonderful. And our sons got along great. And then we just, would hang out together every now and then. We'd have a cup of tea. I would invite her over. And so, yeah, I just had to learn to be aggressive with my friendship. That's what worked for me personally.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, yeah. And here we are.
I like that you touch on that your family is supportive and that your husband helps snap you out of that. Some people don't have that. Some people don't have the husband or the spouse or the something. So maybe using these resources will help snap them out of it. Or some people have spouses that kind of throw them down into the ground a little more. They're like, oh, snap out of it, or you did this to yourself. Like, some people, the spouse or the influences in their life are actually create more harm than good. And that's when it's okay just to reach out and find these resources, these one source.
Yes.
Do not be afraid to ask for help.
Because you will find the support somewhere, somehow. Healthy support, I should say. You don't want to turn to a life of substance abuse either. So.
And I do want to talk about that is the chaplain services is a really great. So some people go into the Airman Family Readiness Center and use those counselors, and those counselors rotate on, what is it, like every 4 to 6 months or some sort. No records are kept. Nothing is followed or traced back to you. And people tend to have pretty good results with them. But there's also the chaplain services where you can call up your local chapel, phone them, Facebook Messenger them, and you can go in and set up appointments so that you're speaking with the chaplain. So they're non-reporters. I mean, there could be abusive situations, alcohol, drug abuse, etc. They are not allowed to, by any way, report anything.
Oh, really?
Unless there's, I think, like if like a self-harm or harming other people. I'm pretty sure it's that. But I did have a friend who was a chaplain, and he did have a hard time because he said it was really frustrating. Some people would come in and clearly be under domestic abuse, and there was nothing he could do other than counsel them and help talk them through it and kind of encourage them to either get out of the situation or find another way to rectify the situation. So there are some frustrations there where it does protect a person. But with that being said, the person that is super afraid to go and seek help because they think it will ruin their career or it will affect their performance or something within their marriage that they feel like these other sources would report upon them, that's where the chaplain services become beneficial, because then you can still seek that help to get talking, get working with what's going on in your issues. And then it kind of releases that burden or stigma of, it's going to ruin you by seeking help. The chapel services, they provide pastoral care, advising leadership on spiritual, ethical, moral, morale, core values, religious accommodation issues. I mean, there's so many different things. And if you just look it up on your base page, call your base, go to your chapel, whatever, you can get all of the help that you need. Help yourself, my friends.
Definitely.
Help your brain.
The resources are out there.
They are.
They're all out there.
You gotta use them.
Use them.
Don't feel ashamed. Do not feel, whether you're an active duty member, you're a veteran, you're a spouse, don't feel ashamed that you need help. Everyone needs help.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's really okay.
And don't let anybody shame you either for seeking help.
No. That's the worst.
If you're in a bad relationship, physically abusive relationship, get out.
Get out.
Get out, please.
It's not going to get better.
Yeah, it's not.
Or get help.
Get the help to give yourself the strength to make the right choices, and resolve the thing. Speaking of the shame and the issues like that and the traumas, they do have resources too for those sexual assault prevention and response. There's a program called either SAPR or SARC. Every base has them. You can go to the Airman Family Readiness Center, or you can go online and find them. If you are sexually assaulted, sexually abused, as a military member, as a non-military member, in the work, outside of the workforce, this is the program for you. You contact them online. You can visit the DoD Safe Helpline online, or you can go call your base operator and get the phone number for your base SARC department, or contact the DoD self-helpline at 877-995-5247. You guys, sexual assault is no joke. Your sexual health is no joke. It's not something to be treaded on lightly. If you are violated or you feel emotional trauma from anything like that, the key is to really go in. These people, their job is to help you, to talk you through it, to find out if anything needs to be opened and reported. They can help protect you by restricting or non-restricting your case and get you the right resources that you need to deal with your traumas and any criminal investigations, etc. That's SARC. SARC.
I like that. I think
really
that's
good
really
one.
important, and I'm glad that they have a whole month dedicated to that as well.
There are lots of things. One of my friends works for that. You can even volunteer and help them out for stuff. They do like marathons and half marathons and promotions. And I do believe there is, I don't know, I don't have it on the information that I have, but they do a month, and they'll pass out the like squishy balls that are teal colored, and they have the ribbon.
They did, they had one when we were in McConnell. It was like a family fun day type of thing, but it was all outdoor exercises, and they sponsored the color run, and so you got like a t-shirt, you got a sweatband, and you got all kinds of stuff. But it was all like the sap.
Yep, and then you meet the right people that you need to talk to or send your friends to when things happen, because it's really sad and it's really traumatic and it's really hard. But people go through that. People do that. And you don't have to live with that alone.
Yeah.
No.
You don't have to live with it at all. Like,
don't feel guilty.
Yeah.
Do not feel ashamed.
It's not your fault. And you did not ask for it.
Nope.
And they have resources for you to get through that, because it's a lifelong thing that you'll deal with. So
yeah. Wow, that was heavy. That's a heavy topic today, but
let's lighten it up
so necessary.
It's heavy yet hopeful, because there is light at the end of the tunnel.
Yes.
And know that there are people out there willing to help you, willing to support you. They want to be your friend, and see you happy and better and healthy.
Keyword, they want to help you.
They want to.
Do you want to help yourself?
Yes.
Or your friend?
Say yes.
Always say yes.
Say it. Always.
That's great.
We care. We're
do.
here for you. If you want to talk to us, call Lindsay at 555. I'm just kidding.
24.
No, but reach out. Reach out to us.
Yeah.
Use the platform, social media on Facebook or Instagram or Twitter.
Email us.
Oh,
at
that's a great one,
dependusblaming@gmail.com.
Yes.
We are here for you. If you want, we'll find you the resources. We'll listen
We'll
to
listen to you too. If you have questions or concerns, you have, and a question about anything new that's happening, we might be able to give you some advice on it, on what we've gone through, and then help you find a resource to use.
Yeah.
If you're in the local area, we'll be your friend. We'll make cookies.
If you're not, we'll investigate your issues. We'll be your friend from afar across the pond.
We will find you. We will know where you live.
I
will find you, and you will like me, and you will be my friend.
And if you don't like us, we'll send you giant chocolate Easter eggs from England.
Yes.
Giant.
Oh my gosh, the chocolate over here is so good.
So much chocolate.
America doesn't even know.
America doesn't even know.
Germany. You need to go to Germany, and you need to go to the chocolate museum.
Switzerland?
No, you need to go to the chocolate museum.
Belgium?
And Switzerland.
Home of
Belgium. And
they perfected chocolate.
Oh, that chocolate's so
good. Hey, where was chocolate discovered?
In Charlie's factory.
Charlie?
And the chocolate factory. It's actually Willy Wonka's factory, but becomes Charlie's.
Yeah,
Does it or not? Oh no.
Chocolate is Mexican.
Spoiler alert.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
From the cacao bean. Cacao. Oh, David Wolf was all up into that cacao, bringing some awareness to the raw world, vegan life. The cacao nib, the cacao bean.
Yeah.
You can find so much information on the interwebs.
That was just a bunch of words that came out of your mouth.
Yeah.
Oh, no. I was raw vegan for a while, and I was super into it. And I started with trying raw chocolate.
How was it?
Out of cacao and agave nectar. Agave nectar comes from Mexico as well, just like that.
You're
cacao
welcome.
bean.
You're welcome, world.
Agave nectar is just a step before tequila.
Tequila?
Maybe.
Oh, tequila.
Yeah.
No. It's a no-go for me for that one.
That's why I like to eat my agave raw instead of...
It's actually really delicious. It's like fleshy, stringy. No, it's really good.
Sounds great. I'm a real sucker for texture, and that sounds
super
tempting.
Sweet. Super sweet. It's really yummy.
How was the chocolate, though?
Yeah, how was the chocolate?
Chocolate's great, but like from the
raw chocolate.
If you ate,
we know what chocolate tastes like, Lindsay.
If you ate the raw, it's like almost like
bitter.
eating a coffee bean. Yeah, like super super dark, bitter.
Yeah.
There's no sweetness to it really until it's then added with other things. You know, like a shea butter, cocoa butter, agave, any sea salt, some almonds, whatever. Like.
Throw an almond
However
in
you
there.
like your raw chocolate, but you can grow like a taste for it, like black coffee. I drink black coffee. Like I'm okay with like a cacao nib or a bean, but I'm not going to go and grab the 100% bar and start chomping down like I could on a like the Galaxy bars or Cadbury things. Like,
so good.
So that was used as a form of currency.
Chocolate?
Absolutely, it
was. It was a form of currency, and then when the Spanish invaded Mexico, they were like the natives presented them with the chocolate, with the cacao, and then the cacao.
She hates saying that word. I love that she said it. What did they present her with?
Cacao.
But the Spanish decided to add like milk and sugar to them. Therefore, perfect.
Of course they would. Dairy was a bad choice.
No, it was a good choice.
Dairy.
Yeah,
but not
Spanish.
It's chocolate.
Yeah. And here we are talking
And
about chocolate.
Here we are. Sidebar, chocolate.
So
delicious.
Chocolate does have antioxidants in it. So I'm glad we did talk about chocolate because antioxidants help to boost your health, your overall well-being. So chocolate does actually scientifically bring you pleasure and joy. So if you're sitting on your couch popping bonbons and whatnot, like I know they make fun, but eating the chocolate it really can be good for you. But it's the moderation that is the key. That's where it's hard. That self-control.
Moderation when it comes to chocolate.
I have no self-control with chocolate.
Especially with like chocolate-covered caramel.
Oh, jeez. With some sea salt.
Just. It's so good.
It's so good. That's why you just have to limit yourself to buy one bar, shoot for half,
Just eat it once a day instead of 5 times a
Hope
day.
that you don't eat the whole thing and wonder where it went.
Yeah.
And then the people that you meet that don't like chocolate, always stay away from them because there's something
bad
that's
news
not
bears.
right there.
You do not need that kind of negativity
Who
in
doesn't
your
like
life.
chocolate?
Let them stick with the other toxic people that are non-chocolate likers as well.
Yeah.
Up those with the people that don't like cilantro. Hello.
Right. Who doesn't?
I do
That's
have a friend that said it
delicious.
tastes like soap, and I was
it's
like,
a genetic
I like the
thing.
taste of soap then.
It's a genetic
I like the
thing.
taste
Like
of
it,
pepper.
like you're genetically.
Oh, it's a mutation.
Yes, it's something in your genetic formation that you don't like
Yeah.
it. Same thing with like tomatoes. Sorry, did I smack it? Sorry. Same thing with
Smack
like
it.
tomatoes.
Yeah.
I didn't like tomatoes my entire life, and then when I was pregnant with my son, I craved them, and then it went away.
That's super funny. There are taste bud receptors
Yeah.
that give different
Yeah.
sensations of bitterness, sourness, sweetness, and all that.
Yeah, it tasted
That
like
vary person to person.
plastic. Tomatoes tasted like plastic to me.
So weird.
And even if like I ordered like a burger, I'd be like, no tomatoes, and if they put it on there and then took it off, I could still taste it, and it would ruin my burger.
So
So,
if you-
I started telling them I'm allergic to tomatoes. Like I would tell them that I can't have tomatoes on it.
Yeah.
But now after I had my daughter, it just tastes completely different. There's like a sweetness to them, and I love them.
Now you like them.
Chicken.
Now, did
Yeah,
salsa
really hormones?
salsa taste like plastic
No, because
too before?
because
it's
I would
mixed
mask
with everything.
it with everything. Yeah, and I blended it and like
So
I
you could
masked it.
still eat salsa,
Mhm.
just not like a raw tomato.
I
Or
couldn't.
what about tomato sauce, like spaghetti?
Oh, that was fine. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was
Okay,
fine.
so
But
the
if
other
I-
things is just solo.
Yeah, just solo. I couldn't do
I
it.
love
Yeah,
tomatoes.
but now they taste delicious
Me
to
too.
me. Yeah,
Good. They should.
fucking hormones
For real.
in your body
That
just make you
mess
crazy.
with your whole
Make you
self.
crazy.
They do. They make you
They
crazy.
do.
They make you sad. They make you happy. They make you angry.
Yeah.
They make you taste things weird.
Yes,
They
they
just
do.
make your face break out.
They make your boobs grow.
Yeah.
Or make your face look beautiful,
Sure, get that wonderful skin.
glowy and shiny and plump, no wrinkles. Clearly, I can go like Jen.
Beautiful skin right there.
Well, it took
That's
a while. it took a while.
Veronica has
That's
beautiful
what you
glowing
do.
skin.
It's covered in salt right now from excess sweat. I was sweating so much. I had crotch sweat, and then I went to stretch like a lunge. And I was like, sorry about my crotch sweat. Looks like I peed myself.
Yep. That's when you had a good workout.
I had
Maybe
a
you should have
great
just told
workout.
them all. Like, see, I would test their different reactions. One day say, I'm sorry, I peed a little bit on those jumping jacks. Don't mind me. See if they act like repulsed, like, ooh, and
Yeah.
then say, I'm sorry about my crotch sweat. It's really hot in here, like liquid hot magma. And see which response they like better. Don't mind my urine stain, everybody.
Don't mind
My
me.
urine stain.
This is a
I
thin
can't
layer
keep
of
peeing
neoprene.
anymore. I can't hold my pee.
Oh, yikes. Also seek help for that one.
I do need to
Kegels.
seek help for
Kegels.
that.
Yeah.
Sometimes there's more than Kegels at play there. I'm just going to tell you.
I saw a comment on like the fitness forum that I'm part of, and they're like, the girl was talking about Kegels and like therapy. She's going to therapy for her.
Yeah, you can. Yeah, for your pelvic floor.
Yeah.
People need restoration. Some of them
Yeah,
do. Yeah,
yeah.
it's not like a joke. It's a severe condition.
Yeah.
You can
Yeah.
have like childbirth,
Can wreck you.
and
wreck
extreme
you.
fitness can hinder your pelvic floor for real. Like they'll
Yeah.
lose the contraction ability, elasticity, all kinds of things, and it needs to be rebuilt up. Some people even surgery.
Yeah. So
These
some
are
people
fat.
get those mesh things put
Oh,
inside your
Yeah,
butt.
ouch.
And then those are recalled,
And then they
have
get
to do it
bacterial
again.
infections, and then they have to amputate the uterine.
Amputate your vaginals.
I'm sorry, we're gonna have to remove the hole, sew it up.
Sew it all up. You're gonna pee out of your belly button now.
I'm a doctor. Was trained online.
YouTube.
YouTube taught me everything.
Crash
I know,
Course
yeah.
is my go-to. Oh my gosh, so much stuff. That's how I have survived physics and anatomy and physiology. I
Crash
swear.
course.
Crash Course. Yeah.
Is that just school, or is that like a whole bunch of stuff? I feel like my children watch
School
something.
stuff, yeah.
on
They're
that.
like animated videos on like the body systems
Yes.
and things.
My kids watched that while I was
Mhm.
gone. Because they're just YouTube addicts, and
it's really good for them.
But it was I saw that they were watching that.
And the guy
Crash
wears
Course.
glasses and like sits at a desk and tells all the things.
I don't know what it's about because I've never seen it. I wasn't.
Oh, that's good.
I was gone.
It's good stuff.
But yeah,
My son would love that.
your son would.
Your
love
son would love that,
Yeah.
Veronica.
He's so smart. Too smart for his own good sometimes.
And you're like,
I love you. I just like to blurt out words of affection.
I love you more than my kids. That was from a Lego movie, and now my kids and I always say that. I love you more than my kids.
I love you more than my kids.
Yeah, one of the characters yells that out, and my kids thought it was so funny that I'll like say goodbye to the cat when we're going to school or something, and it'll be like, "Bye, Jelly. I love you more than my kids." Just to tease them, and then they know.
My son told me the other day he loved his girlfriend. He's 6, by the way. That he loves his girlfriend more than he loves me. And I was like, listen here, motherfucker. I gave birth to you. I nursed you. I wiped your ass. You better love me more than anything.
I feed you.
I feed you. I wake you up. I love on you so much. And I tell you you're so handsome.
I brought you into this world. I can take you out of
For
it.
reals. So the other day I was walking around the commissary with him and I grabbed his neck and I was like, let me squeeze your neck really hard just until your head pops off. And he's like, no! And there was like people behind us and they were giggling. And I was like, I must think I'm a wonderful mother. Very aggressive with my love for my children.
And your friendships.
And my friendships.
And her friendships.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
Because otherwise I would not have made any friends.
She feeds us and she keeps us merry.
Seriously.
Married?
Merry.
Oh.
Like merry and joyous and
I
gay.
have a really hard time.
She keeps us in shape, too.
You're welcome.
Yeah. I know. And I think that's the part where like the pain, and we have the pain and the pleasure of the friendship, and she is a glutton for pain.
I love it. I love pain. Which is funny because I wasn't always like this. Like, I liked the thought of
hormones.
I liked the thought of working out, and then it wasn't until after I had my daughter that I was like, I'm really going to get into it. I want to live longer for my children.
I want to hurt people for a living.
No,
and make them enjoy it and come back for more. No, it's not really. I'm joking. I'm so joking on that.
People. I didn't.
You're really good at it. Your athletic abilities, your leadership, your classes are fun, stimulating. They're hard and
exciting.
Thank you. I try.
You do great.
I really try.
It is fun.
Except my microphone it crapped out on me today.
David?
Yeah.
David.
How did David ruin your day today?
Well, that was
microphone.
Yeah, he broke my microphone. David. Yeah, but Jen came to the rescue. She let me borrow her microphone.
I had mine in my car, thank God.
My gosh.
We got it to work.
You guys had 2 turntables and a microphone?
Yeah. 2 speakers and a microphone.
That's where it's at.
Oh, speaking of food, Dave wants to open a business.
Oh, I'm in.
I know somebody who has a great cuisine that we just need to sling.
He wants us to make pierogi and pizza.
And Mexican. Oh, are you guys going to get one of those?
Fusion? Make the pierogi like tacos.
Pizzas?
No, he wants to get a serious pizza oven, like a crazy, he wants to own a business.
He can build one.
He wants to have a serious pizza oven, and then he wants just a big stove.
Is this because you guys went over to your friend's house and they had that fancy schmancy pizza oven? Do you think that got him going?
I feel like that's what got him into it. He was like, wow, this is not bad. This is pretty easy.
The wheels are turning in there.
He's like, and then this is where math comes in, and I'm like, math, I don't know what
I don't know
math is.
numbers.
He goes, you need to start calculating out, how much flour you're going to need, how much, how much flour is going to make
Why is he giving it to
He's
you?
like, you need to start writing out the business plan, and I'm like,
he's giving it to you, and it's his idea.
You know why?
Like,
he's
honey,
not busy enough. He's not gone enough and busy. I'm just kidding.
I'm like, you're the business major. You're getting your master's in business. Why am I the one who has to do that?
Maybe it's for his final project, and he's secretly giving you this work.
He's like, let me see if I can make my wife do.
Yeah, he's like, let's start doing it. I'm like, we still have 7 years left. This is.
Yeah.
Stop it. I'm like, I'll make the pierogi. I don't mind, but I'm not going to calculate how much flour I need. Cause I don't know.
I could tell you how much flour you need for pizza.
Yeah, that's what I need to know.
Because we make pizzas every Friday.
Yeah, that's all I love.
I will totally put you.
Pizza.
I will shout
no,
you
I still
out.
like it.
If we make pizza, I'm going to steal your pizza dough recipe.
Oh, yeah, it's super
pizza
easy.
Dough
and it's
made
good.
by Lindsay.
Made by Lindsay the Wonderful. Hush, mother, hush, mother.
What's your
Sheppenshire.
One day you'll know our last names.
That's the
not
thing.
today.
It's like we're
today.
private.
We're so private.
Social media is out there, but I mean,
you don't know what we look like. You'll never know. You don't know if I have 3 eyeballs.
You
don't know if I'm missing an arm.
They do know. They know what we look
You
like.
don't know that my hole was amputated?
Yeah, my hole was amputated. My hole was amputated.
Maybe
I'm a celebrity. What's wrong with your eye, Jen? What's wrong with your eye?
I see that all the way over there.
She got something in her eye.
I just had something in my
She's
eyeball
not
because I wasn't
or
talking
crying.
She's still
What
something
about
wrong
you?
with your eye.
She's just batting
Can you
one
wink?
eyelash, okay?
I cannot wink. I look like I got caught in a sandstorm
Let me
trying
see.
to wink.
Well, you gotta look at me.
I'm trying.
Oh my gosh.
Maybe we should post a picture of this.
Veronica, you gotta keep one eye open still.
Is that real?
Yes, I don't know how.
Let me see that again. I'm going to explain this to the ladies and gentlemen. So she oh my gosh, like a slow motion look to the left, slowly blink down, crinkle the nose and the eyebrows. And then it looks almost like she's swallowing that ball in the back of her throat. And then she opens the eyes again and smiles super charming as she does the Elvis lip curl.
Lip curl with it too.
Do I really?
Yeah, it's like all fluid motion, like the look over and the...
I don't know. I can't wink.
It
It's
look-
okay. It's our energy.
I like it. Yeah,
I
I
can
just
do my
explained
one
it to
eyebrow,
the
though.
masses.
My daughter can do it. She's
My
fascinating.
son
Yeah.
is really good
Yeah.
at it.
He is, yeah.
He's been doing it since he was like 2.5, and I was like, whoa, wait, what?
So
Like,
cute.
do that again. He'll do it.
Yeah.
Sometimes he charms me and does that for
Okay, That's how
candy.
he's gonna get
So
the
cute.
ladies.
I give him all the chocolate for the one eyebrow
Yeah,
because
One eyebrow. Make them
Because
dance
it's
and
adorable.
Brings
perform
joy.
like monkeys for you.
They are our monkeys. Oh, that was a great little sidebar we had there.
Oh, that was
yeah.
a sidebar and a half.
It
Like,
was quite a bit, but it was good. Entertaining. So if you stuck with us that long, thank you.
thank you.
I hope you were entertained.
Yeah.
And got a lot of information out of us.
Yeah.
talk
And
to people.
Talk
Talk
to
to people
people.
like we talk to people.
Yeah.
Talk to us. Talk to
Talk to us.
anybody.
It
that
takes
will
time.
listen.
And maybe you're not good at talking and you have to practice a couple times until you can. Oh my.
What happened?
My hip just
Oh no.
inverted and did something.
Ouch, wait, what are you?
What
Lindsay
is
is
coming
currently
on?
doing yoga
Oh my
for our
gosh.
listeners out there.
Oh my
on the
gosh, I
chair.
just almost
She-
dislocated my hip.
She jumped out of the chair like she sat on a hot coal.
Hot plate. Cacao bean. Ow! Okay, sorry. Okay.
But yeah. So ask for help.
Yes.
Get your help.
Get
Find
yourself some help.
the resources that you need. Have a good day, guys. Just take it a day at a time and trust in yourself and your abilities. When you're feeling down, it's all right. But if it doesn't go away in a day, go on to your Military One Source or call up your chaplain or head down to your Airman Family Readiness Center or call your doctor. And
Yes.
there's just so many ways if that day turns into many days and nights and weeks. And when you're filling out that waiver at the clinic and you check that you feel little to no joy and that you can enjoy things in life, then it's time for an evaluation.
Same thing for the active duty member. Like, just seek help. Know that everything that you're doing is a chain reaction to it. And if you're having a bad day at work, it's going to carry on to the home. It's going to carry on to your spouse, to your children, or just to your family members. It's very important to seek help, find something that works for you in a healthy way.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
are important and
Very
you are
hard.
worthy and you are enough.
You are.
Yes.
I like that.
Most
And-
definitely.
And as a spouse, encourage your active duty member. If you see that they're struggling, encourage them to go get help.
Yes, encourage them, definitely.
Yeah.
Lend them the ear. They just
Yep.
want to talk. Sometimes they come home and your eyes gloss over when they start talking about blobby, 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 all these, words that you don't understand. But guess what? They just want to vent and you're there to listen to them.
Let
you-
them offload.
Yes, exactly. Let them offload. And maybe throw in a few cents in there.
Yeah.
Or use your mouth.
You're a
Use your
wonderful person.
Yeah.
I love you.
Let them know.
You are
Let them
enough.
know that you care.
Be their support too.
Yes.
And with that,
I just want you to all remember in this walk of life that wherever you go,
There you are. Goodbye.